for the average American right now, do you really feel like the American dream is still alive for the average American?
Absolutely not.
It's no American dreams. The American dreams finished long time ago, okay?
Well, Americans are worried about their finances. 20% say that they believe they will not be able to retire. And
there is just this real fear.
I haven't gone grocery shopping in probably a month. We have like no food to eat for dinner.
This is the most powerful nation on earth, the land of ambition, of dreams, of endless hustle. But there's a crisis that nobody talks about. The United States ranks #1 for the country that takes the least amount of vacations in the world. So how did we get here? In a nation that preaches freedom, why do millions feel trapped? Today, I'm traveling across the country talking to everyday Americans, from the single moms, to the 9-to-5ers, to the retirees, and the dreamers, to uncover why the most powerful country in the world can't seem to rest.
Yeah, real talk, man. I'm so glad I moved out of America, man. We've been lied to our whole life.
In 1776, this nation declared its independence, a bold promise of freedom, liberty, and justice for all. A revolution born from the idea that no one should be ruled without a voice. But centuries later, many still feel like prisoners in the land they were promised freedom.
I just realized it doesn't matter how early I go to sleep. I just don't want to go to work.
Those who are not doing what is right for this country need to be removed.
As 2024 neared, the talk of re-election stirs the same promises. Make it great again. But what does greatness mean if we keep normalizing suffering, silence, and exhaustion? This is a story of a country that taught the world how to win, but never taught its people how to live. This is the nation of America.
I'm from Greece original, but I spent 15 years in Paris. In reality, I'm Parisian Greek and specialized in French crepes for 30 years. So from Greece to Paris, Los Angeles, now I'm here in Tampa for 20 years.
For the people watching right now, how would you describe life in America right now?
Life in America now is not good because everybody struggles, okay? Especially here where I am here 20 years, Ybor City, everything is upside down. Nobody's happy and nothing I can do, okay? This is what America for the moment.
And after hearing his story, I realized he wasn't alone. Everywhere I went, I kept hearing the same thing. People working harder than ever, but somehow still falling behind.
Do you feel like the American dream is still alive?
We have to pray a lot.
Okay, where's your family from?
I am Puerto Rican and Virgin Islands, St. Thomas. My parents is from both Puerto Rico and St. Thomas. Virgin Islands, VI, Rock City.
And how long have you been in this country for?
Since 1995, I came from straight to the Virgin Islands to Atlanta, and now I'm in Florida.
Do you think that the American dream is still alive for most Americans?
It's not any more American dreams because when I come here, I come to Hollywood in Beverly Hills. I started in 25 years ago, but no more American dreams. Everybody forget about. Now it's in Europe. I'm from Greece, where it's paradise. Now it's no American dreams. The American dreams finished long time ago. Okay.
Wow.
Thank you guys. This is Chef Dino's.
Chef Dino's.
La Creperia Cafe. Been here for 20 years.
You know what? You come eat here later on. Come back and eat here later.
Exactly. I specialize in French crepes and the best coffee you can buy. Tampa is a beautiful city for young people, a new generation.
They were told to chase stability, but stability doesn't exist anymore. The system promised safety and left everyone drowning. From immigrants to citizens, everyone's been lied to. He came here chasing the dream, the same dream that millions were promised. But if even the immigrants, the one who once saw this land as hope, are now calling it a lie, then what does that say about the nation that built it? Maybe the American dream didn't die, or maybe it was never real to begin with. Because when the world's greatest dream becomes its biggest illusion, what's left to believe in?
And there was actually an article last month that Americans hold the record for the least amount of vacations take than any country in the world. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, people are here working 2 and 3 jobs. They're making the money, but they still can't afford to take a vacation. Why is that?
Well, the bills they're still coming. You know, some people, like people who own houses, they have their house insurance go up. They have to have roof insurance just to maintain a house. The property taxes go thing. It's not one person cannot survive. It takes two now. So all that has increased the food. Even if you have kids, daycare alone is like another rent, another thing. So even that, the company right now see you as a number. Back then, companies used to value you for what you're worth and stuff. So the industry has changed when it comes to company. Company doesn't know loyalty anymore. So it's good to switch jobs and stuff. Just like, a lot of companies don't give you loyalty. Make sure the company you work for approves it. Sometimes that is an issue because some companies, you gotta get it approved because maybe somebody is ahead of you and things like that. So that's why some people may not get vacation, because especially you work in a large company, you have to get approved first. Sometimes it's who come first serve. Social Security increase, some people are getting cut. So even there, for our seniors, we're not even doing right for our seniors to have a better living. They work so hard and they're retiring and they still have to work. Sometimes if you go public, there's a lot of seniors that still working to provide because Social Security is not enough because of the economy went so high. Everybody wants to have a good life. Everybody wants to have a car. Everybody wants to have a house. Everybody wants to pick a fence. Everybody wants to have a dog in their yard. It just right now, because of greed or power, we're losing the way. We're losing the way that the American people have to work at 2 jobs, 3 jobs, to end meet.
I think the problem is when you have the minimum wage is below the poverty line. That's not okay.
Right.
So I went to meet the ones who stopped believing in the system altogether. The ones who said, if there are no kings, then maybe it's time we all become our own.
We have to stand. We have to vote. We have to notice who our elected leaders are. Those who are not doing what is right for this country need to be removed. We have to open our mouths, not just sit on the sideline and watch things, but speak, stand up and stand out.
If you could say one thing to the people in power right now in Congress, what would that be right now?
Take a look at the destruction that you're doing, not only to your families, but to the 350 million people in this country.
All right, so who am I here with?
Anthony Kelly, also known as Mr. 750.
Anthony Kelly, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, man. So tell us, where you from?
Originally from New York, lived in North Carolina, but I've been here in Tampa, Florida for like 20 years now, so I guess I call this home. Life in America is it's almost to the point of the haves and the have-nots. That thing that they always told us what happened, where they're phasing out middle class, we're actually seeing this in real time. And it's sad.
Now you mentioned the haves and have-nots. The people that make it, people that don't make it, right? But what does that leave everybody else? The ones who are living paycheck to paycheck, the ones who are making too much for government assistance, but not enough for financial help. What does that leave those people that's stuck in the middle that's saying, hey, I want to be that top 1%, right? I'm living in the wealthiest country in the world, but I don't have it. I've not been on a vacation in 5 years. Where does that leave those people right now?
It really leaves those people to go back to the drawing board and figure it out. Like really taking account of what's important to you. When it's all said and done, and you go memories. A lot of people take vacations because of memories. Me and my family take vacations because of memories. And because once it's all said and done, they're not going to think about how well I did at my business or how well I did at my 9 to 5. They're going to really start taking inventory on time. Children look at time different. So you can pacify them with the PlayStation, the Xbox, and everything like that. But that real time that they got to spend with you somewhere that they may have never been, seeing cultures that they never been able to see, and actually doing things that some families will never be able to do. Some families have not left the state that they're in. I come from North Carolina, like I said. And for my small part of North Carolina, people never leave that small part of North Carolina. So they never see the rest of the world. Trying to keep everything afloat until they can get the robots and AI in place. And once they get it that way, it's going to be just like Dubai. For those of y'all that's not aware of Dubai, and this is no shot at Dubai, but as you see, it's Saudi kings that ride around in gold Lambos, and then it's people that could barely eat and survive. They have no middle class. You either have it or you don't. And that's what I think America is trying to shift to, especially once they get everything worked out with our fiat money and turn everything digital. I think it really will not be a middle class. They will track every dollar that goes in, and it's going to make it harder for people that haven't been able to put themselves in position with business, lands, and investments. They used to do like cattle. They round them all up, take all their badges, and they basically kick them right out the building right before Christmas. And now these people are back trying to hustle and figure out what they're going to do. Most of these people have spent some of that money for Christmas for their kids on travel and gifts and some things that they probably shouldn't even spent it on. And now they're back to the drawing board looking for a job. You have to understand that here in America, you own nothing.
Well, as the cost of living continues to rise, many Americans are adopting a new retirement plan. Just keep working. Don't retire. A new study found about half of middle-class Americans who are employed plan to work past 65.
Junior cheeseburger, 444 meal can be upsold to medium or large size.
This is AI.
He's right. From AI automation, I mean, the takeover has already started.
Anything else?
And if you don't have a plan,
you a real
you'll be
person?
left behind. I even pulled up to the drive-thru with no workers, no voices, just machines.
Oh
It's
my God,
convenient,
this is an
but
AI.
also
This
very
is scary
terrifying.
as hell. How you doing, brother? How you doing? We're actually doing a documentary on life in America. I'm from Florida. Nice to meet you. I actually live in Thailand, but I'm doing a documentary on like life in America. Do you actually live here?
I live in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin? Okay, you mind giving us maybe like 2 minutes if you can? Yeah, just a quick interview. Okay, so who am I here with?
Naim Fellow-Tavy.
Naim Fellow-Tavy. Okay, nice to meet you, right? And how would you describe life in America right now for the average person?
I love it, actually.
You like it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. For me, as a student in Milwaukee, it's kind of good, yeah.
Now, obviously, you see different people, obviously that's working and not being a student, but do you think that for the average American right now that the American dream is still alive for most people?
I think it is,
It
yeah.
is.
Yeah, it's still good. Yeah, everything is good, yeah.
That's what's up. And how would you define like the American dream for you?
It's
Is it still alive? Good. You got to think about it.
It is in some kind of situations, you know what I'm saying? But not like back in the 70s where the American dream was actually true, yeah. But I love it, actually.
That's good.
He loves this country, but can't seem to define the dream it was built on. Maybe that's the real problem. We all been sold a dream that no longer exists.
This is something from your kids. I don't know how old your other son is. How old is he now?
Loyal will be 1 next month.
Legend and Loyal.
Legend, it'll be 4 in November.
Legend and Loyal?
Yeah.
What a unique freaking name, man.
Legend.
I know he big.
Yeah, come here. Come here, let me show you.
Hey, I hear a lot about you. Look how big this kid is. Hey, surprise! Early Christmas gift. You gotta pick one though. Hey, hi. Can I get a 5? I'm Adrian. Nice to meet you. So you gotta pick one. It's one for you and one for your brother.
All right.
Okay.
Which one you want? I mean, I can't tell you I've never been out of the country. And
So
I'll tell you how
you've never been out the country before?
Never been out the country.
What? Wow.
Never been out the country.
Wow. That's crazy. Do you at least have? Okay, well, you don't have a passport, do you?
No, I haven't got my passport yet.
Okay, but you're working on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. It's long as hell, they said.
No, yeah.
They said you have to, if you want it fast, you gotta plan on vacation, then going to Miami, so you're leaving in 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
And they get it to you.
Wow. But obviously you've thought about leaving the country and going different places.
Oh,
right?
yeah. My dream vacation now would be Australia.
Australia? Wow, Australia. When was the last time you really had time to yourself? I mean, like no work, no phone, just strictly rest. Just time to where about you could breathe. When was the last time you like truly felt like that? When no kids, no husband.
Okay. So
but you
that way
Okay, wow. So that was what, like 4 years ago? Seriously?
yeah, you don't have time for yourself. But up until I had children, it was all about me.
4 years ago, that was the last time you took a real vacation.
Yeah.
You do feel like maybe there's like another life out there that you want,
Sure.
different life out there. Describe the kind of life. If you had the money, the time, what type of life would you want for you and your kids? You wouldn't be in America?
Oh, I would not. I would travel. I would homeschool my children so damn fast. Pack up my mother. She can't travel anywhere without grandparents. So I could bring the grandparent.
Yeah.
And we would be everywhere.
Oh.
But still have, places here to stay because I am American. I do love coming home. But I
How do
don't have home.
Yeah.
in other places.
Mm. Why do you think it's so harder for Americans to take vacations? Why do they believe in working 30, 40 hours a week?
$15 an hour.
Wow.
$15 an hour, 8 hours a day. Half the time can't get overtime. Taxes come out of that. Then you got to pay taxes on top of taxes. So
Wow.
there's a lot of reasons.
Mm. Do you sometimes feel that you're carrying the whole world on your shoulders and nobody sees it? And sometimes you do things like by yourself, all on your own, and maybe you need some help at times.
Oh yeah.
Due to your work-life balance.
Absolutely, everyone can say that, and I think that they can't say that.
Oh.
But yes, I think everybody can have something lifted off their plate.
Oh.
But you choose the role.
Oh.
That you want to make. You chose the role.
If you could look back on your life to when you was a teenager, right, up until now, the decisions you make up until now, the work you did, what would you say? Yeah, I'm gonna ask the same question. She read my mind. What would you say you'd have done different?
Say, I made so much money from 18 to 29, 30.
You don't want to look. How old are you now? 31?
I'll be 39 next
What?
Saturday.
You don't want, oh my, you 39?
Yes, I'm 39.
That's
I'll be 39.
insane. What? Okay.
And travel.
Okay.
But now this time I get to travel with my children and show them the world.
Good.
I haven't seen it, and I don't want that. I want them to see it too.
Oh.
That's just how I feel.
If you could talk to your younger self now, maybe a 10, 11, 13-year-old girl back in the days, right? Or maybe 18. And if they would have seen, if they had a mirror and they saw Alicia at 39, how do you think that person would feel? Would they feel, you know what, man, she's working so much, would they feel okay, proud? Or do you think that little girl would say, you know what, you can do more for yourself?
Oh, well, I think when I was 13, I think I could have ran the world.
Yeah.
So my 13-year-old self would probably be a little disappointed. My 18-year-old self would be like, yeah, that's reality.
Yeah. Wow.
That's reality.
Oh.
No, but I think my 18-year-old self would be proud of me. I mean, I think I was taught integrity. I think I was taught hustle.
Whoa. Do you think America cares about the freedom of their people?
America? No. I don't. I really don't think that America really cares about the freedom of their people.
America, the land of opportunity. But what happens when that dream comes with no time to live it? Today, we meet up with Eliante, a local hairdresser from Tampa, who's been working 7 days a week just to keep up. This is the story behind America's vacation crisis.
There's some people that's working a not 9 to 5, but they're working like 9 to 9. And that's like, who can work 9 to 9, really? What time do a person have with their family, their little kids, with their wives, with their husbands? They're so accustomed to having to work so much because bills, the bills will never stop. So I don't feel like America really care about, their people.
Every morning, Eliante opens up a hair salon before the sun rises. Clients back to back, bills to pay. And like many Americans, she hasn't taken a real vacation in years.
Oh, it may take like a lot of talent to make
it. Really it takes time to.
Wow.
This one of these take like 8 hours.
8 hours for one wig?
Yes.
What was the most wigs that you made in a day?
The most wigs I made in a day was 5.
Wow. So 8 hours takes one wig, made 5. That's like what, 40 hours?
Yeah.
You working overtime.
But listen, no sleep, no none of that. Just straight work. Put in that time. And
as we walk through the busy mall, Eliante shares what life really feels like when rest becomes a luxury. She talks about burnout, pressure, and the fear of falling behind. The same story told across the country.
What do you think your purpose is right now in life?
My purpose in life right now is basically to impact as many lives, to just show and tell my story of, from where I came from, where I'm going, and, to let a person know that, hey, if she did it and I know who she is, I can do it also.
If anybody can hear your story right now, what is the biggest advice that you give people listen to this video, listen to your story, whether they're a single mom, whether they're 18 years old, they're in high school, they're just getting up. I mean, they're just a young woman. What advice do you give young women today when they hear your story?
So the advice that I would give a older woman, a younger woman, just women in events, just women in general. If you have a purpose, well, we all have a purpose in life. So just continue doing what you're doing, regardless of the noise. It's going to be noise everywhere. So just continue to be great, do good by people, and you know, everything gonna come true. I don't think that's fair to anyone, because a person shouldn't have to feel like they have to work so hard or, you know, do things that they don't want to do to basically make that company way more richer. That's why I'm very independent, and I would just say, hey, if it's something you love to do, stick to it no matter what. Go real hard about it no matter what. Be very fucking delusional about something that you love, because just as much as you busting your ass to go work for the white man, or, you know, just to go work at these companies that don't care nothing about you, or you can lose your job tomorrow, like, or in the next hour and a half, hey, put that time into something that you could profit for, like in a business, and just go crazy delusional for it.
But Eliante reminds us that rest isn't laziness, it's survival. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is pause. America's vacation crisis isn't just about time off, it's about time itself. Time to breathe, time to live, and maybe time to remember why we started working in the first place.
Are you guys from Tampa? Okay, where you guys from? Okay, nice to meet you. No, we're not taping. No. I'm actually interviewing locals actually on Life in America. So yeah, because I live in Thailand, but I used to live here.
That's my take.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. No, it's a problem.
Yes.
Now, do you think that the American dream is still alive for most people right now?
I don't think so. It's very difficult because it's expensive. The American dream is expensive, and you know who realizes it? People when they immigrate here, because it looks like it's a place paved in gold, right? And then they get here and they're like, I gotta have 5 jobs and everything else. I can't come from Africa, Asia, wherever, Europe, and have people living in my house and one taking care of my child and one cooking for me and one cleaning for me. Not here, because that's $8,000 a month right there at minimum.
Who am I here with? Toy? Yeah. Okay. And Toy, and where you from?
Here, Tampa.
Florida?
Yeah.
How long you been out here for?
How long I've been in Tampa? Yeah. 61 years.
61 years.
Yeah, 28 more days be 61 years.
Lived a long life. Congratulations.
I lost my business and my wife died and the family was arguing over what we had. I just left, so I've been homeless for about a year.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So sorry to hear that, man.
She had a heart attack. Yeah.
So I know it's been tough being out here in a year and a half. And how's the job market out here for you?
Well, you know, I had a stroke in 2020. I stabbed in my neck while I was asleep. So health thing, you know, I was a cook. I had my own business.
Yeah, and I see a lot of people like you, I mean, every day out here, and they're hardworking Americans. You know, our people built this country. You know what I mean? We built this country. We're trying to make a difference in this world. But do you honestly feel like the government care about their people?
No, I don't. Not really. The rich ones, the middle class, you know, nah, I don't think so.
Do you still believe in the American dream?
Not really. I mean, I guess I do. I'm still American.
Yeah.
It's different than a lot of countries, you know? But you give me something to drink?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, Wes, let's give him something to drink. Yeah, let's give him something to drink. Yeah,
Arizona.
Yeah. Where's the store I can go? Okay, no problem. Yeah. Okay, I'll get this homeless guy over there. Yeah, he's like homeless, trying to get a drink from him. Yeah, I know, man. I'm actually not allowed. Oh, they're not allowed? Okay, yeah, it's all good. And this the gift and the curse about doing what I do. We get to share incredible stories, but we also get to feel some compassion. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's crazy. as much as I love doing these stories, one of the most difficult thing about being a content creator is you got to make interesting stories, see great people, but you also got to dive into people's struggles. And sometimes you don't have no choice but to be a part of the struggles. You know, days where, you know, I see somebody who's homeless, they ask me for money, I just got to be a part of it, man. And that's just what it is.
I just finished talking to a man who's been living on the streets for a year. A man who once had a wife, a home, a business, everything most people spend their whole lives working for. But then life hit him, harder than most people could imagine. He lost his wife, then suffered a stroke, and with that, lost the business that he built with his own two hands. Now he sits on the same streets he once drove past, holding a cardboard sign, hoping somebody, anybody, will see him as more than just another face in the crowd. Where's the sympathy for the people who gave everything to this country and got nothing back when he fell? In the land of opportunity, too many are being forgotten, and maybe, just maybe, it's time we start asking why.
Well, what do you think we can do about it? What can the people and the government do to bring back the American dream?
The American dream now here, the way the economy is and everything is a little bit difficult because there's no more immigrants coming anymore, because in Europe and in other countries there are better life, and that's it. No more immigrants to come to America, okay? Because there's no opportunities anymore. The opportunities more in Europe, especially where I come from, Spain, Italy, Greece, and Portugal, okay?
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much, man. What do you think America has to do to get back to getting their people situated? What do they have to do?
Well, America used to have prayers in the schools. They used to have different things. And the things that was united family, it needs to come back. We lost that part of family. People used to look out for each other. If your kid was doing something, the parent already knew, hey, I saw your thing. So it was a village. It takes a village to raise a kid. And now everybody just in their home. Nobody look out for one another and stuff like that. So along the way, we lost that. I remember kids used to play outside. They used to use their imagination. The video games came along. And nothing wrong with video games, but you have to monitor. The more technology and the more thing we become more lazy, more subjected to dependent on this electronic to do. We don't use our imagination. We don't use our brain. We don't use nothing that is critical thinking anymore. And now with the AI making us more easier, more accessible, it's easier to not even. I remember we used to remember phone numbers. I don't remember my own number. I remember.
Definitely remember that. Yeah.
I used to remember addresses. Before GPS, we used to know where to go without the GPS. So things like that are lost the way. Even that you used to know your neighbors. You used to know who is who and who is who. And we used to look out for each other. Kids used to be outside. Kids didn't want to be inside. So a lot of that needs to come back.
That's awesome. That is great, because I remember back in the day.
Enough is enough. You need a better work-life balance, and then they hear your voices. Because if we all do a strike or pick a day and stop spending money or anything, that's what disrupts the system. It's more people struggling, trying to figure it out, than the people that's on top, basically controlling the puppet masters. But we have to work together. There's so many people that's like not willing to work together because you either think you're higher upper class or 1%er when you're not. Like, unless you got millions and billions, you are not being allowed into that table, or as y'all might call Illuminati or secret society or whatever. But it's us that need to start talking to one another to get our voice heard and stop just playing nice. Because if we keep doing what we do and just pushing through, before we know it, once they get AI in position and the robots in position, your voice won't be heard because they don't need you. The robot's going to do everything that you would have been able to do, and they won't need you. And then they're going to find ways to start eliminate.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
Whichever way you want to think about it. But yes, but
incredible moment. All right, you guys are watching That Smooth Life. Hopefully we get to meet Anthony Kelly again, but I think he did an incredible job. So make sure, I'm gonna tag his Instagram at the bottom. Make sure you guys follow him. It's 750. If you're in Florida, Tampa, Florida right now, you want your credit repair. If you're not in Tampa, you're coming to Tampa. Honestly, no matter where you're from, any 50 states, he can help you guys out with your credit. So let's make it happen. Appreciate you, Anthony. All right. And what's some advice that you, anybody watching this right now, what's some advice that you can give them? I know you've been through a lot, you've been through hell and back, and I'm sorry for your wife and your business, but what's some best advice somebody can give maybe who's in their 30s, 40 years old, advice?
just never stop loving yourself and keep pushing on, you know.
What do you think that us as a people can do a better job of staying together?
Start loving each other. You know, love each other and, you know, support each other.
As the sun sets on another day in America, I can't help but to think about what I've seen. From the dreamers to the forgotten, from the voices demanding change to the ones too tired to speak. This isn't just a story about America's crisis. It's a story about people, real people, fighting, surviving, and still hoping for something better. Or maybe the real American dream isn't about the money or the cars or the fame. Maybe it's about not giving up, even when the world around you does. Because somewhere between the chaos and the hope, there's still a heartbeat. And as long as that heartbeat exists, there's still a chance for change. My name is Smooth, and this was America Up Close.